Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. Time to turn our attention to basketball. One of the greats, the Adelaide 36ers, Sunday Dech, joins us. Sunday, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Pretty good, mate. A little bit of downtime for you?
Yeah, definitely. It's come around quick. You know, I think we're complaining that the season wasn't long enough, or we weren't playing any games, and then, you know, next thing you know, it's off season again. So definitely gearing up. It's a short one, but we're looking forward to it.
Mate, what do you do in your downtime? Because you got, how long do you get?
This season, it's different. We've got 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Obviously, with COVID last year, the season started later. You know, we started in January.
Yeah.
But look, I think for me, it's just not having to wake up on a schedule. You know, I think being able to do stuff on my own and giving my girlfriend some time as well. You know, obviously, because during the year they, you know, sacrifice a lot and kind of leave me alone to do my devices. But I think this off season is about, you know, what you want to do today, what do you want to get up to. You know, maybe head up and down the coastline a little bit.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Most guys, have you got another sport? Have you got anything else that you like to play?
Not really.
Okay, no, that's all right. Fine.
No, I like to obviously stay fit, keep in the gym and stuff like that. But in terms of other sports, not really. Kind of just exploring Adelaide a little bit.
I mean, let's go back to getting here. You had to quarantine. 14 days. I saw a video of Sunday. I think I watched it. It was a couple of months ago now. But you know, you're saying you want to get out of routine. I reckon on the video you've got, okay, here's my breakfast at 8:30 on cereal and bananas. Then I got 30 minutes before the NBA starts, and you know, Miami are playing Philly, so I'm looking forward to that one. I better do a little bit of exercise now, and well, there's the day. So, what was quarantine like for you?
Look, by that time it would have been our 3rd quarantine, so I'd say I was an expert at it. But no, the first couple of times were tough because, like you talked about, you know, you've got all this time and you have to find a routine. You have to find things to fill out your day. Otherwise, you know, you go crazy because there's only so many movies you can watch and there's only so much you can do in the confines of a 4x5 meter room. So, no, the 3rd time it was awesome because I had something to look forward to. You know, I was going to get out in 2 weeks and start playing basketball again when. Coming from Melbourne, we were locked down. We didn't really have anything to do, and it's kind of just waiting to see the numbers day by day. That was our highlight. So, yeah, that 3rd quarantine was awesome. It went super quick, and I was keeping in contact with coach every day and my teammates as well.
It's a good idea. Stay out of Melbourne, mate. They're always in quarantine. Hey, Sunday, let's talk about the season. If you're Defensive Player of the Year too, they had the MVP awards last night. Well done. Congratulations to you, mate. Is that a focus area for you in your game?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think. From early on in my career, I obviously was noted as a defensive player, and just as the years have gone on, I've kind of just taken that as a challenge. I think that's the best way that I can help the team win. So, you know, I've learned a few tricks and trades over the years, and obviously being you know, mentored by Damian Martin goes a long way as well. You learn a few things there, and it's definitely something I look forward to because as much as it is a challenge to score, it's also a challenge to stop the opposition's best player, and I definitely take pride in that.
Oh, it was a tough year down the bottom end. We all want to be up the top end, but we were talking off air, and there's a part of getting cohesive as a group. You know, the more time you spend together, the more time you got to work on things. COVID made it really difficult because you kind of travel, play, don't have time to work on things. So moving into next season, you think things will be better?
Yeah, definitely. I think this was a season that we learnt a lot from. You know, obviously it didn't go the way we wanted it to, but I think that's there's a lot of lessons in that, and I think next season the coaches will come in with, you know, a really good game plan and like strategize pre-season to tailor the players we have and the pieces we do have going forward. Because, as you said, it was a new group, and you know, everyone was figuring each other out, and that took some time. But I think going into this season, you know, we've been in the fire together. We kind of know what to expect from the league, and like you alluded to, it'll go back to the old schedule where, you know, you play a game. You know, extended period of time, and then you play the next game. Whereas this past season, we're playing a game, rest day, and then game the following day. So we didn't really have time to kind of work on the things that we fell short of the game before and stuff like that.
There were times where Phil and I spoke about the basketball on our show here, where we say, "Oh, the Sixers, gee, they were pretty good on the weekend and whatever." So you had a bit of a roller coaster there because I thought, "Wow, here they come. They're up there now. They could play finals now." And then the next week, you go, "Oh, hang on. You know, that wasn't so good," or the next couple of days, as you said, not next week. So it was a bit of a roller coaster for you, wasn't it? Really?
Oh, it definitely was. You know, I think we rode the highs and rode the lows. Unfortunately for us, we finished on a pretty low point in the season. But like you said, our highs were great, you know, and our lows were low. But as Phil, you know, in basketball, you're trying to minimise that gap, right? You know, show a bit of consistency, and as the teams in finals right now have shown over a long period of time, that's how you sustain success in this league. So,
and it's not a coincidence. The 4 teams that are we're down to Perth and maybe Melbourne United. They're the teams that have been together the longest. They're adding 1 or 2 players, where this was a new group, new coach pretty much coming in a busted season. So I have full empathy for you guys trying to get an understanding of how your game develops together. So Daniel Johnson's an interesting one, and I'm a DJ fan, and I get into lots of arguments about DJ because he's one of those guys that's non-emotive when he plays, and a number of people that say to me, so you can clear this up for the viewers, that say he doesn't care. It is the biggest misjudgment I reckon ever placed on a player. Is that a fair call?
100%.
Yeah.
I think getting to know DJ this year, you really get to know a lot about him, because obviously I've played against him for the last couple of years, and like you said, the misconceptions out there that he doesn't care or he's just out for himself. But he's one of the most caring teammates I've had. I think he's quiet and goes about it in his own way, but he gets fired up after a loss, and he gets stuck into the boys every now and then when he has to. But all in all, it's just his character, But on a day-to-day, you see he competes, comes in and does his work, and to sustain that success over such a long period of time, you have to care. Otherwise, as you know, you're out of the league in a short amount of time if there's even a glimpse that your heart's not in it.
When you're a big guy, Baz, you have to have the biggest car on the team as well. So he drives this big black Bentley, mate. So it's not like he doesn't want to get noticed either. That's fair call too, isn't it, Sonny? And he parks it right there in the gun spot. So when you're MVP, mate, you take up a bit of space, and you deserve to get the accolades though that he deserves. I think he gets and that's why I ask you. I think he gets a lot of unfair criticism because he plays the game. It's almost like Bjorn Borg. Not emotive. Doesn't mean he's not a great player. Doesn't mean he doesn't care. All of those things. That's just his facade during the game. And it's completely different away from that. Josh Giddey, of course, mate, you had some time in the States at Metro State, so they love their hoops there. Josh Giddey was, I guess, getting a lot of exposure here, and he's still developing his game. Still a young kid, and he's going to go high in the draft. Did you enjoy the time playing with Josh?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think, first and foremost, Josh was just such a great kid, a good person, and they're the type of people you want around your club, especially someone that young and that talented. You want him to come in and learn, and I think pick up a few things from the veterans, which he did on a daily basis. Then secondly, his basketball just took off. I think he really came to a situation that, that helped him thrive. He was able to learn and kind of just grow as a player. So we hope that, we taught him some stuff over here as well, just being a professional, because at the end of the day, he's still 18. I think he'll have a lot of life lessons and stuff to pick up along the way, but I think his time in Adelaide was awesome. He still stays in contact with the boys now, and as everyone saw, he was just able to grow leaps and bounds on the court this year.
And he's picked up the Mark Davis Award, the MVP, shared it with the bloke who doesn't care, or the big black man. You don't win that if you don't care. I mean, Daniel Johnson shared it with Josh Giddey, so that's a feather in his cap as well, because it's not easy to win.
No, it's not. Obviously, he's got great players around him on a nightly basis, but to be awarded that at such a young age, obviously it's an honour. And I think for him it was important because it just shows what he can do, and for him as well, he should take belief in himself just to know that, look, I can hang with the big wigs in the NBL, and the NBA is obviously a different stage, a bigger platform, but why can't he do that there as well?
Right. Yeah, exactly
Sounds like a wise man for 27, doesn't he?
He does.
Sounds like that. So let's talk about next season, mate. The expectation for you. What do you want to improve on in your game going into next season?
Look, my game. I think this year obviously was, was a difficult one for everyone. But for me, it's just being able to be a bit more consistent on the offensive end. I think there was nights where I had some great nights and some nights where I didn't impact the ball on that side as well. I'll always defend, and I'll always be up there on that side of the ball, but being able to consistently tick the scoreboard over always puts pressure on the opposition team and helps a big fella DJ as well. Yeah,
now mate, you've had 2 championships, 2014, 2019, I think, with the Wildcats. They look like they're back in for another one. Enjoy that experience with them, unquestionably winning championships. What do you think needs to transpire out of there to the Sixers for them to give it a shot?
Look, for us, it's about first and foremost, just getting the culture right. We made great strides this year, and this off season we will continue to as well. But once you get the culture right, everything comes as a byproduct, and the winning will come. I think as you guys both know, if you have great people who care and come in and do the work, then eventually you're going to get to that championship level. So
exactly right.
you know, I think that the front management and office are doing a great job, and they're going to continue to do a great job this off-season recruiting the right guys who want to come in and win. And I think once coach implements his system, you know, with guys that are kind of willing to put it on the line night in and night out, and day in and day out in practice as well. So we'll definitely be able to build a championship team from that.
Well, we think the pieces are starting to fall in place. We've kept you, mate. That's a good start to it.
Very good start.
DJ, you can park that car
true.
somewhere else. There'd be more room for about 4 cars to get in there if you could do that. So,
Get some more
mate,
players.
good luck next season. Enjoy your break. It will go pretty quick. You know it'll go far too quick. Stay with us. Sunday Dance with our special guests. More to come.